The Dramaturges of Jan by John Brunner. To my knowledge, dramaturge is not a commonly used word. I have my doubts that it was ever in common usage. I think that's precisely the reason why John Brunner chose it for the title. Young readers are as eager to discover new words as they are to explore new plots. I have mentioned before on this channel that I bought my first science fiction novel, The Penultimate Truth by Philip K. Dick, simply because I was attracted to the exotic word penultimate. What exactly is a dramaturge? The word can simply mean a dramatist, or it can more specifically be a literary editor on the staff of a theater who consults with authors and helps them edit the text of their plays. So what's up with this far-flung world called Jan, and what could theater folk possibly be doing there? On this remote planet, there is a human community of approximately 300 people. The natives are numerous but disinterested and unfriendly toward the humans. Some of the younger natives are curious about human ways and imitate things they observe the humans doing. This precipitates condescension among the human colony, who refer to the young Yanish folk as apes. There are also a number of very primitive Yanish who are largely ignored by both the humans and the Yanish population at large. At some point in the past, Jan's moon was disintegrated, and its remnants have formed an orbiting ring, something like the rings around Saturn and Jupiter. It is clear to the humans that Jan once supported a highly technical society because of some of the enigmatic artifacts that remain. One of these is a crystalline chamber they call the mandala. At high noon, the sun sends a dramatic flash of light into the chamber. This is referred to as the Mutine flash. In the past, a female human named Morag Fang positioned herself in the center of the mandala to experience the daily flash. The experience drove her temporarily insane. She has since left the planet, and no one knows where she is. Mark Simon is a human who has gone native, so to speak. He's taken up with a Yanish female and lives in relative isolation. After hearing about Morag Fang, Mark decides to explore the phenomenon himself. Like Fang, he goes bonkers for a while from the incredible download of information he receives. Immediately after his recovery, he writes a multi-part literary work called The Mutine Destinies, based on his limited understanding of the overwhelming data that had been forced into his mind. Well known in the galaxy is a real dramaturge named Chart. He is a wealthy superstar artist known for creating massive events on various worlds, wherein he hypnotizes entire populations into participating in scenarios he has imagined, sometimes with the result of evolving the local culture into previously unexpected directions. This galactic celebrity shows up on Jan with Morag Fang, the infamous madwoman of the Mutine Flash. Chart befriends Mark Simon and wants to use his Mutine Destinies as the script for his grand performance. His intent is to resurrect the brilliance of the vanished culture of Jan that left behind the mandala and other incredible artifacts. He says Mark's Mutine Destinies are actually a plan to do this very thing. He claims that a final chapter, a key as it were, is the only element lacking to bring back the golden age of Jan. I think I've revealed enough of the plot for the purposes of this review. Like many of Brunner's novels, this one was written in haste and rushed to publication. Consequently, it suffers from too many characters, all of whom are not adequately developed, and plot elements that are never exploited to their full potential. The basic premise of the novel is intriguing, and John Brunner was a highly intelligent and thoughtful man. I'll put a link to an interview with Brunner in the description. Perhaps some of you will enjoy it as much as I did. British artist Chris Voss created the cover for the 1972 paperback edition of Brunner's novel. The novel was originally serialized in Fantastic Science Fiction and Fantasy magazine in 1971. The publication date and subject matter led me to believe the LSD culture of the 60s heavily influenced Brunner's idea. I like John Brunner. I have since I was a kid. He has a hyperactive imagination and a high caliber intellect. The money paid for science fiction novels in his day was not enough to justify polishing his books beyond the minimum to achieve publication. That's a shame. I feel Brunner could have produced some authentic classics of the genre had he been given the luxury of time. The Dramaturges of Jan by John Brunner, a fun but flawed tale generated by a hurried but brilliant intellect.